Detroit, what up, though? It's your boy. Always late, but yet I'm always on time. It's your boy Bandit. And y'all know we're here with another episode of Detroit, what up, though? And how I start every show, I'll let y'all know who in the building with me. Starting with Scott.
Oh, what up, Doe, everybody? It's Friday night, but what? Hey, my real question is, what the fuck was that spin around, brother? Like, what?
Yeah, spin was that was gangster though. That was gangster. I always wanted to try that. I always wanted to try that. I got it. I was late. I had to go with that fire. I was like, you feel me?
Guys, I'm sorry for the chair spin there. I don't know what the fuck Batman was doing, but Robin's questioning some shit here.
I'm Batman.
What up, though, everybody? We're gonna have a good week. I mean, like you guys know, Lions news was a little slow this week, but we had some good news come out of the players. I think, some real upside. I think of what's going on in OTAs or after OTAs. So there's a little bit of news, a little bit. We'll get into it.
John,
what up, though?
That's hey John. That spin was gangster, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's questionable.
Whatever. Second to the stage.
Got to work on it.
I was ready to knock the mic over too.
Feature Mike for a little bit. They have to work on a little bit here, so they just they stopping in for a minute. So let's see.
Next to the stage, Mike.
What up, y'all? It's Mike. Y'all can find me at @1pride_J. All right, let's get to it.
Mike, they hating on my spin though.
Hey man, I ain't gonna comment. Can't comment on that.
Like I said, I'm keeping it to my fucking self.
I had to do something. I was late. I had to do something funny for the people. You feel me? First thing we go talk about, man.
Oh fuck! What a night already.
Welcome, first thing we go talk about. First subject is. So Ben Johnson finally came to the podium and he told everybody why he returned to Detroit. Why he didn't choose any other coaching jobs, anywhere else. Why he here to stay with Detroit. So let's hear what he got to say.
Right after the championship game, he got on the plane and just thinking about something that coach had said. So 2021 and the early part of 2022, he had made this analogy to the team just about how we were sailing down the ocean, and at that moment we were in the Arctic. We were hitting the icebergs. We had the storms going on, and those were dark days. But he had the foresight, he had the vision of where we were going and where we were heading. He assured us, guys, I see it. I see where we're going. The results haven't been there yet, but the Caribbean is on the horizon. It's coming up. And I'm sitting on the plane, I'm thinking back to that, and just the story of my career has been living in that Arctic for a lot of it. That was the second time I've been to the playoffs. The first time I'd experienced winning games in the playoffs. I think when it boils down to it, I wanted the sunshine a little bit longer. That's really what it comes down to for me. I like the sunshine. I like what we built here, starting with ownership, the head coach, the GM, on down. We have a great group of guys in the locker room, and I want to reap the rewards with them a little bit longer.
Sure, the man said he wanted to come back here because he see the sunset on the horizon and he can see all the goals that they want to accomplish, and he want to sit here and celebrate it with us. So, what y'all got to say about that? Because we know he's not stupid. This man know that if he has the Detroit Lions get to the playoffs or Super Bowl, he can get any job he wants. It's rush for him getting a job is not, something he has to do because he knows he has a guarantee. There's coaching jobs every year that's vacant. Scott, what you think about him staying here instead of getting a coaching job somewhere else?
Yeah, also to add in there, I'm pretty sure, didn't he say a part of that same little thing, he had a quote in there about, unless it's like a turnkey type of situation where it's like the best possible situation for him in general, he's not even thinking about, going to another team. And like I said, to reiterate, like I fucking said this 12 times. Like I've said this in spaces. I've said this on Twitter. I've said this. He's not going anywhere unless it's the perfect situation. And I honestly, it has to be a perfect situation. And we had to win a Super Bowl. because I don't see him leaving like what he has going on. One with the winning, one with the GM and the coach drafting like they are to support his offense as much as possible. If you don't think he has a play in some of the players and things like that, not say what he's drafting, but hey, I would like this. This has worked the best in this, and this is what I want to accomplish out of my offense. That's kind of you're kind of ludicrous. So with that being said, they're filling him up with tons of gas to go out there and drive that motherfucking Ferrari week in and week the fuck out and
That
score
offense.
as much as possible. And they have been. So I see why he's not leaving. I wouldn't want to leave either. Why would you want to leave? I mean, look what happened with what's his dick in the Patriots. Like, why did he stay there so long? They were winning. It was working. He had Tom Brady. Like the offense, it is what it is. I mean, dude, why leave when you have accomplished essentially nothing? Played for one of the worst, or coached for one of the worst organizations in the history of the NFL, and just because you had a couple good seasons on offense in that situation, they want you to be a head coach. 1 year or 2 years of failing, you're never getting a head coaching job again, and you're going to be coaching college. So I understand why he wants to stay here. So good shit, bro. Good fucking shit. Smart play.
Mike,
Man, I love it, man. I wish more coaches would do the same. Like so many coaches, it feels like they jump at the first opportunity. But I think you should go with what's best for you and your family. Like if it's not the best position, which a lot of times it's not. A lot of times these are like fire sales. Like so, I think you should go with what opportunity you think is the best for you. Like if you think going back to Detroit instead of going to Washington this year or last year. What was the team last year? I can't even remember what team it was last season. But
it was it was the Chargers. It was the
because
what else?
he pulled out of another thing last. I can't remember.
Carolina. I think it was Carolina.
Carolina. Yeah, it's Carolina. So if you don't think Carolina and Washington was the opportunities for you, you don't think that was the A1 thing to do. So I don't have no problem with him coming back because you would rather come back and still progress as an offensive coordinator, calling the plays, and like you said, getting a team to the Super Bowl. We were halfway from the Super Bowl last year. You'd rather do that than go somewhere and flame out instantly in a situation that you don't deem good for yourself. So I don't have a problem with it.
Facts.
I'm with you guys. Like this would be his best scenario. He had unfinished business. He got the quarterback who he got a chemistry with. That's on the same page. Same page. You got the weapons that whatever you need from St. Brown to JMO to Gibbs to Montgomery to Laporta. You got an offensive line. So what other situation is better for him than the situation that he has right here in Detroit? Like you got all the elements to be successful. So if you blow it big, you can go pick whatever head coaching job that you want. There's like I said, there's opening jobs every year. There's a vacancy in the NFL. So I think it was a smart move. Him, like you say, he had unfinished business. So, and why not be a part of the story that changed everything? You feel me? Do something nobody else do to be a part of history.
Yep. And I mean, that has to have some play in it.
Of course.
I mean, if you do that, if you go out and win a Super Bowl on Detroit, like
Your
there's
name is in the history books forever.
you getting paid, and you were an essential part of that.
Forever.
Your pay jumped. You know what I'm
For real,
saying?
like,
Jumped.
and every man want to leave his legacy on the world. Just saying, like, I know I do. All right, I got a question for you all, man. Can both our running backs reach 1,000 yards this year? Before y'all answer that, I'm gonna let y'all listen to the running backs coach say what he had to say about that.
Man, that's even harder when you start thinking about the people that have won that coat in this league. I haven't thought about it. I have seen growth in a young player. I know that he's super talented. I also know that there's things that he can get better at. And the flip side of it is sometimes people are looking for all positive, all negative. What I'm trying to do is just get him better as a person and as a player. And in that process, if he blossoms into what you say, man, it'd be great to be along for the ride.
And just staying with the backs, that obviously was your first year with David and Jameer, as a unit. Just from what they did last year and how important they were to the offense going into this season, do you think that there's another gear that they can hit?
Oh, absolutely. The tape says it. It's all over the tape. I think that when you have guys that are super talented, that going from good to great is probably the hardest thing you have to do. And what we're doing, a lot of people, think about when you get to that level, man, I've done a good job. But right now, they all feel like, man, we weren't good enough. And that's the way that we're going to fight complacency, but it's also the way that we're going to take the next step. And that is what we expect. We do need to see another step. We've talked about some of the passing game, but there's even things in the run game. We're never going to be perfect, but there's even things in the run game where we can tighten up and clean up, and we will.
Scott, your thoughts? Can both running backs get 1,000 yards this year?
I mean, it's very possible the way that situation is. I mean, it's my thing about it, bro, is the way the offense caters to Goff in these situations with the offensive line, and then the way the both running backs played. I mean, I don't think Montgomery will get 1,000 yards, to be honest with you, just because I think more of the ball share will go to Jameer this year. That's just my opinion. I truly think that he'll top over 1,000 yards. I think Jameer will get around 1,100 to 1,200 yards this year, and you'll see like 700-800 from David. So no,
Mike.
I think they could do it. Almost did it last year, but what Sky said could be true though. I think they're gonna give Gibbs more opportunity in the run game, but I think it's gonna be more than enough opportunity for Montgomery to still get 1,000 yards. He should still get pretty close. So I could definitely see both of them doing it, as long as they both stay healthy.
yeah, I see. Here's my thing with him, Mike. I see. I'm just looking at the stats. You look at it, it's like Jameer had what 182 attempts last year and 945 yards. David had 219 and 1,015. So if he gets better in those attempts flip, that's why I'm saying like that's where the 700 to 900 come from and the 1,200 come from. Because I think that it will flip. They're gonna realize, like we've realized, that he can do everything. He doesn't need to be just an
Third down
outside back. He can run between the tackles just fine. And I'm not saying David can't, and I want him to run the ball, but I want the best opportunity in Jameer Gibbs is one step from breaking every single time. That is a touchdown, missed tackle, one missed tackle away from a touchdown every fucking play. That's my only get with it.
Yeah, I agree. Like he's definitely the more he's definitely the best playmaker out of the two. He has the home run ability on any play, no matter if it's run or pass, no matter where at on the field it is. But I think Montgomery's still gonna get his. Like I don't think they're going to overuse Gibbs. I think they're going to use him more than they used him last year, but I don't think they're going to overdo it, man. To run the duo, we got the best duo in the league, if not one of the best. Like we got to be top 2, top 3, if not one. I think we're one. So I think they're going to give both guys opportunities. I think
running back duo, Mike.
Yeah, I think Gibbs will get more opportunities, but they're not going to overdo it. They're not going to overdo it. You need.
I think it's gonna be equal.
You think 50-50?
I think it's gonna be 50-50. Like
I can see
sometimes they're gonna have Montgomery on first and second down and bring Gibbs in on third. Sometimes they're gonna have Gibbs on first and second down and bring Montgomery in on third.
I actually like what they started doing last year after the Raiders game. Like I felt like after the Raiders game, they was like, okay, Gibbs is here now. Like they did a good job getting both of those guys involved. I think we're gonna see both of them. You might see like
right after the Raiders game, we had the Chargers game, and that's when Montgomery took off for the longest run of the season and showed out. With
Yeah,
that JMO block.
He showed that he can take
JMO blocking
it
up the sideline. You feel me? I remember
Montgomery.
that.
That's the thing I feel is underrated in Montgomery's game. Montgomery can catch the ball and he can take it to the house too. He's not the same electric ability as Gibbs, but he can still get it done. So I think you're going to see both of them. You might see 55-45, something like that. But They're both gonna get opportunities.
Yep.
So Scott, you got both running backs going over 1,000.
My
Let's say
thing.
1,000 all-purpose yards. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think they'll have 1,000 all-purpose for sure. Like I'm not like between. I'm talking about just in general. You're talking about all-purpose as in like passing and running. I just want to make sure you're clear
Passing
with
and running.
all-purpose. Okay. Yeah. They'll definitely do that. 1,000 apiece for sure.
But rushing, what would it be?
I think David won't hit 1,000.
Mike, same question.
What was the question?
Will both running backs go over 1,000 yards rushing each?
I think it's a good possibility they'll do it. I'm gonna give it a 60% shot.
If that's the case, then you got them going for over 1,000 yards all-purpose yards. Then
Yo,
both of them.
that's 100% shot. I think they get 100% shot all purpose yards, 1,000 yards each.
All right. Well, I got another two players to y'all compare what the season's gonna be like. Who gonna have the most receiving yards and the most touchdowns? J-Mo or St. Brown? Scott, I'm gonna let you go first.
St. Brown will have the most receiving yards. Out of those two people, those absolutely St. Brown. And I'm not just saying that because the offense runs through Amon-Ra. Period. J-Mo will get his, but not like Ra.
Mike, before you answer the question, let's see what's going on in camp between the receivers. First of all, who is number 12?
I have no idea.
Let me look.
We got a big bite receiver, bro, who been making plays. I keep seeing all over Facebook, Twitter, and everything. I don't know who number 12 is, but yeah, he been making plays. And J-Mo look like he about to take that number 1 spot, bro. I'm just saying.
Hey, so I see it. I'm gonna have to agree with Sky on this one. I think the number 1 in targets, number 1 in yards, and between them, probably still number 1 in touchdowns. Between those two, is gonna be St. Brown. Like he's just so vital to the offense. He's the
Bro, it's like,
he's the main show, man. He's the main attraction.
bro, it's like this. Okay, you got a new toy, bro, for Christmas, bro. You got your favorite toy too, but you're gonna play with your new toy a little bit more than you play with your favorite toy right now, bro. That's why I play with the J-Mo situation is to St. Brown, bro. Like golf. That's his Christmas gift. You feel me? Like,
Yep.
I think this is the year. I think J-Mo gonna set it off, bro.
So and my thing about it too, my thing about that shit too is oh, by the way, that's Darius Fountain. Darius Fountain. That was number 12, by the way. So that he's only 6'2". I don't know why he looks so big, to be honest with you. No clue. But go back to that clip real quick. I wanted to see one more thing in that clip. Yeah, no, I just want to see that if Hendon Hooker was getting any looks in there for any of the Hendon Hooker fans.
Oh shit!
That's crazy.
Oh, bro.
Sorry,
bro.
had to get everybody fired up. But no, that was mostly Jared. It looked like. But no, man, that number 12 looks good, and I mean, all of our wide receivers look pretty good against air. So there's that.
So I got a question, Scott. You having them both go over 1,000 yards?
Again, that's tough, man. I don't think J-Mo gets over 1,000. I think he's in the 900 range.
Say Brown get over 1,000.
Oh yeah.
Then what Laporta get?
I think Laporta's in the 700 range. 6 to 7.
Mike, same question. Say
Yeah,
Brown get over 1,000.
Man, that's well, St. Brown definitely getting over 1,000. J-Mo is a question because, man, don't know, man. I'm gonna say the same thing. I gotta see it first, man. Do I think he can get it? Sure, but I just gotta see it, man. And I'm hoping this is the year. I think this is the year we're gonna get the breakout, but I gotta see the 1,000 first before I say he's gonna get it.
Last question. So what Laporta get?
Laporta, I still say he's getting at least somewhere around 700, at least.
Because I'm just doing math in my head with that too, boys. Like I'm looking at it like, okay, 1,100 to Amon-Ra, 900 to J-Mo, and 700 to Laporta. That's what? That's 2,700 already. And then you throw in a mix of Jameer, David, backup tight ends, backup wide
Raymond.
receivers, yep, all that shit. That's give a little more, a little less, maybe somewhere in a couple places, but that's got to be right on the marker, especially with the offense running through Amon-Ra.
I'm gonna ask Chris the same question. Chris,
Got a special guest today?
popped in from Chris, same question. How many yards St. Brown get? You go over 1,000?
1,100 yards and 9 touchdowns.
What J-Mo get?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. That was actually the J-Mo portion. St. Brown, I think he's going to get 1,400 yards and 11 touchdowns.
So what you got J-Mo getting?
1,100 yards and 9 touchdowns. That was the first. See, I thought you said J-Mo out the gate. So
Said St. Brown first.
St. Brown, 1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns. J-Mo, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Good?
Please be doing the math. So what you got Laporta getting?
I have no clue.
Tell him the fuck off, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris got 3,000-yard receivers between St. Brown, J-Mo, and Laporta. Man. They all get 1,000.
I don't think Laporta's getting 1,000 yards.
How much did he wind up in? Because I know he didn't get to that 1,000, but how much did he wind up with? I don't even remember. I'm gonna look it up.
They get like 800 yards or something like that.
I mean,
I think 1,100, and probably I think he'll get around the same amount of yardage, maybe a little less, but he'll get more touchdowns, maybe.
Okay, I found it. He got 889. So I mean, 1,000 ain't out the picture, but I'd say at least 700 at least. But that's like the floor for me. I don't have that as the ceiling at all.
It just depends on how many what they're good, what type of, if they're going to run more, if they're going to continue with a heavy run, it's going to be very different. It's going to be very difficult to get that much yardage out of everybody. You're looking at between 3 guys, you're looking at almost 3,000 yards. And Goff throws for what, 4,500? I mean, it's still doable.
It's doable. They could do it. I don't know if they all get 1,000, but I think they'll all be pretty close. I know for sure. The only one I say for sure is going over 1,000 is St. Brown.
Yeah.
Well, that's absolutely my too. It's like it really just depends on how much we think Goff is going to be throwing the rock around this year. I mean, I believe that he's going to be getting loose, but like I think that Jahmyr Gibbs is taking that next step this next year. So I think it's going to take a lot of heat off of Jared.
And to be honest, he might take some of that steam away from Laporta because they're talking about him getting more adequate and running routes. So they might use him more so in the passing game, like we were expecting last season. You might really see it this season.
Mm-hmm.
How many yards did St. Brown have this past year?
I thought he had 14 something.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I mean, it's very possible that our offense.
He actually had 15. He had 15. Yeah.
So having him at 14, that means he gets 100 less yardage. You apply that to I mean, JMO gets what did he have last year? Like 700.
What Josh Reynolds have last year? Because that's whose spot he's taking.
Yeah, that's probably right.
I think Josh wound up with like 600 or 700. Let me see. I don't know.
But how many of those catches JMO breaking the tackle and taking to the house too?
Mm-hmm. I mean, Goff may throw for more yards because you're going to have you might end up with a lot more yak yardage this year.
608.
Reynolds 608. And also, like we can't act like we don't throw the ball. We throw the ball. The Goff finished second in the league in passing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It's just that Mike, think about it like this. There are some teams I think we're going to be up on that we're just going to be running the ball.
Yeah, I think the defense, with it being improved, like that could change some things too. With our defense supposedly it looks good, it looks phenomenal on paper right now. Like if it's as good as we're expecting it to be, we might be running the ball a lot more just to bleed out the clocks and shit. So
yep,
I agree.
Because we're not going to need
this year. That's a real question, boys.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the question?
And then with all that being said, then what Neil asked, what is Jared's passing yards this year?
Oh, okay. That's good.
I mean, if they're going to take,
he said 4,000.
I say 40. I say 4,300 yards. I think
that's exactly what I was going to say.
4,300 yards.
43.
Yep, 4,300.
I'm not.
No, 44. I'm throwing the fours up.
So that's the same thing. 43 and 44, the same thing.
44.
That's just like that's two Jameson Williams touchdowns.
He ain't for 43rd, 44.
Yeah.
That's probably about right. That's probably about right.
I mean, unless their idea is to blow people out, but if we get a lead and we got a defense now, they're just going to run the ball. I mean, that's all they're going to do.
Which we might score off of that.
Yeah.
Let's be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like we did upgrade at the offensive line. Like I love Jonah Jackson, but I'll take Zeke all day and twice on Sunday.
Absolutely. Yep.
And I'm not a gangster, y'all. I was just playing. I just seen that on a movie, 44. Next subject we're going to talk about, man. Aiden Hutchinson, man. Can Aiden Hutchinson take the next step, man? Can he lead the league in sacks? Not
Two
just
sacks.
pressures?
2 sacks. No, I'm just kidding.
Not just pressures.
Leading the league in sacks, but
Can he lead the league in sacks?
I think
that's the next step, right? I mean,
not for me. It ain't. Next step
what's his
for me
next step, Mike?
15. He can give me 15 this year.
He can't lead the league in sacks?
I mean, what you want to have 25, 20, 22? 22
Hey, remember last year I wanted James Houston? I thought he was going to have 24.
Oh, no, that was you. That was only you that thought that.
I said that was on me. I thought him coming healthy. I thought they were going to play him at the right spot, just pass rush. I thought he was going to at least have 24.
Man, great year for Hutch is 15, man. Give me 15, and I think he can do it because he got DJ Reader. DJ Reader is going to be a wrecking ball, man. And Aleem should get even better. And the guy across from him, man, he got a much easier job this year than he had last year. And Davenport, I mean, he's talented. I can say that. I don't know how healthy he's going to be, but he's talented when he's healthy.
And James Houston.
Yep. And also, not only that, but the corners are corners now that are better. That just means it's going to put more pressure on the quarterback to hold the ball longer, which gives us more time to rush the passer. So I expect some more. And I do believe if I would like to see not only the amount of sacks, like 13, 14, 15, I'd also like some consistency too. It's not easy, but I like to see him get more on a consistent basis, so he affects the game every single, not just pressures. We know he's going to get pressure, but I'd like to see
That's what they're into, though, Chris. You know that.
What?
Long as they're getting pressure.
Yeah, I know.
I
mean,
agree. He has to finish, though. He definitely has to finish better. I think he'll finish better just period 2 to the other side of the football field. Like Reader is going to make his job a lot easier, man. The quarterbacks aren't going to be able to just go to the left side anymore, so it's going to help him. Everybody on that defense is going to play that much better with DJ Reader signing if he stays healthy and on the field.
Yeah. Quarterbacks won't be able to run to any specific. They won't be able to run away from him. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. What's also weird about it is like with him getting 11.5 this year. You know, I don't want to bet on him getting over 15, but it's almost hard with how much improvement like from the 3-tech spot that we got with adding Reader and then adding fucking Davenport and then them saying that, well, we've seen that people are saying that James Houston is going to get some work this year and things like that. Like I don't it's hard to say he doesn't get it unless other people are getting the sacks too. You know what I'm saying? Because that's half of it as well. You know, people want to say that's the politic game or whatever it is. I don't think it is, but I mean, some sacks can go away. Hutch could walk away with 12 sacks next year, but a combination of 3 other guys getting, you know, fucking 20.
So would you call that a down season?
Hey, if you get 5 picks with the 12 sacks, I don't care.
He's got 12 sacks. He's got 12 sacks with the fucking second highest pressure rate in the NFL in like a top fucking 8 double team rate. Give it to me.
Not only that, but if the other guy's sacks totals go up, or if we get more sacks from the other side, that's your cost benefit. So yeah, he's getting a pressure on, but somebody else gets the sack. I mean, first one to the quarterback wins. I mean, it's at the end of the day, who cares as long as we get to the quarterback.
Who gonna get how many interceptions he gonna get?
I think he gets just one. But I mean, that's my guess.
I'm gonna give him 2 luckies.
Yeah, I'm
gonna go with 2. One
tip pick, and then one straight up pick.
He's gonna be the first one there most of the time, man. You getting more sacks this year. And
I don't think he's gonna be the first one there this year.
Right? Who's gonna get there before him?
Listen, you're gonna have either them doubling Reader, like y'all said, or doubling Hutch. Who on the opposite side gonna be eating the most? And don't tell me Davenport either.
Are you talking about Pascal?
Talking about James Houston.
Are you bringing up James Houston again, man? He gotta show me again, man.
Man, listen,
come on,
he's healthy this year. He's gonna be healthy from the start. Listen, if it works to plan like y'all saying it's worked to plan with either doubling Hutch or Reader, either McNeil gonna eat the most or Houston.
Yep.
They got one-on-ones.
I mean, how many you gotta look at also like how many D ends are in front of him? Like we don't have. I mean, nobody's done nothing yet, but you would have to assume at this point before the season starts, it's gonna be Davenport, Hutch, and then you still got Pascal. Like that's 3 defensive ends before you.
They put Pascal more at tackle though.
He's gonna be used as an end too.
And like the 3 technique, I'm talking about the 4 down.
Now, I still think they would use him at defensive end over James Houston, but we'll see. Like James Houston doesn't get that many snaps.
Right.
I feel like he's going to, man. Dude, after what happened last year, and then the feedback that they got last year on that, they have to see what happened, bro. Like that's my only thing with the James Houston piece is that the guy came out got 8 sacks in a quarter, like basically a little over half a season, maybe less than a half a season. Like, give him the fucking opportunity. Like, there's with DJ Reader there and Hutch on the other
side.
Is
contract year too?
So Hutch, DJ Reader, Aleem McNeil, and then James Houston, and then a blitzer. Like, somebody is getting to the quarterback very fucking fast in that situation, and it's fucking proven because I have fucking 7 games of it.
If it's iffy, if it's Campbell If it's James Houston 1-on-1, like you,
That's the 5 man. If we can man up, if we can run Aaron Glenn's man coverage with that 5-man blitz, I don't see us having to blitz a lot more people a lot of times. We can sit back. We only can blitz 5 and then sit the rest back. Because sitting 6 backs is fine with me.
Y'all didn't even name Barnes, man. I want to see Barnes get sent.
I mean, he could get work on the blitzing too, whoever. You know what I'm saying? But if those 4 people are out there and then the rest are doing, and then we have another person coming in on a delay or however, Aaron Glenn does all kinds of shit. So
see, that's crazy that y'all brought up Barnes because that's the next. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's the next topic. But go ahead.
no, I mean, it's. I just want we have the corners to run Aaron Glenn defense. We have that now. We can all agree on paper. Before we see him, we have guys that can do that. So, with our D-line talent, adding Reeder, adding Davenport, Houston returning, Hutch saying he's at the tip of the iceberg, we should have some success up front this year at a very high rate. And I still think we're going to have a super high pressure rate as we did last year. I don't see that changing. People are going to hate on it, but I don't see that changing at all.
Chris,
What's the question? I've been sitting and listening. I didn't hear a question.
can Aiden Hutchinson take the next step?
Oh,
And then what does that open up? Who's gonna eat the most off Aiden Hutchinson and Reeder getting double teamed? That was the second part of the question.
well, I mean, I think he can take the next step. I just want to see if his moves, like his moves to the quarterback. I want to see if he's evolved in any way. Is he still going to use the spin move where he's spinning into somebody's chest every single game, or has he evolved? Has he gotten better at his hand-to-hand and getting around guys, or getting up or bending more? I mean, I want to see more of that.
I mean, isn't that what he said though, Chris? You know what I'm saying? Like I
got what he said.
third year of the guy, like he was already I just don't see him not saying what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? The next step has got to be there. Like it is this year.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially with team success.
Third year, he has to. He should already. He should be practicing new moves. He's got to be trying something different.
He's got new stuff, Chris, for sure. You know he does.
Well, I want to see it. I'm sure he does, but I want to see it.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
gotta see it. Gotta fucking see it.
I can believe that in his third year, he's got to be smart enough to know that he's got to be trying something different and be doing stuff. But seeing is believing. You got to be able to see it and see if it works. Yeah.
Let's hear what the man had to say about that. The same thing you're asking.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I've reached a new level this year in pass rush, and I mean just body comp in general. Just I feel like that's what happens when you just stack years in professional sports. Your body comp gets better. You get more flexible. You get more bend. You get more. It's just everything that you want. And as long as you're treating your body, mind, and soul right every year, it only compounds.
Body, mind, and soul, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the year he's going to introduce himself into being a perennial defensive player of the year discussion type of player. I think I think he's going to get the 15, and he might get more than 15, but I think 15 he can get that easily.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike, if he goes out there and gets fucking anywhere between 15 and 20, I don't. It's.
That's defensive player of the year.
It's gonna be. I don't know how we're not making it to an NFC Championship game a year. Again. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are we not getting back to that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And also, like, his pressures and hopefully his teammates too, because the whole defensive line has improved just like the cornerbacks are improved. Like, that added pressure, man, that's going to cause more turnovers, man. That's going to cause – we got some ball hawks on the defensive side of the ball now other than Branch now. So we got people that know how to play the ball in the air. So I think we're going to be in for a great, like, phenomenal defensive year. AG is going to be happy as hell.
Yeah, I think in the middle, I think people are gonna I think people are going to out the gate. I think they're going to think that the middle of our field is still at open availability, and I think that's where we're gonna tighten it up.
Speaking of tightening up our middle, let's talk about the linebackers. Who starts opposite of Hutch? Is it Rodrigo? Is it Biggs? Is it Campbell? Who's gonna fill the opposite spot so they can plug that middle like you was just talking about, Chris?
I say Campbell. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Mike.
Wait, Campbell. Wait, where do you think Campbell gonna be? You think he gonna be the Mike?
Give me a second. I'm looking at the roster because I have to physically see it. I can't just guess. I have to look.
Well, okay, let's hear what Aaron Glenn had to say about this defense in the linebacker position. He was speaking about Campbell.
And how important of a role that he'll play in defense in year 2. Let me tell you, first off, he's a man. He's a grown man. He's really like taking control of this offseason the way he should take control of it. He's a true Mike backer. He's a guy that lives, breathes green dot mentality as a Mike backer. And he's done a really good job of actually, and all our guys have, just transforming their body because they've had a true offseason in the NFL. So he's done a good job with that. And then just watching him on the field, his zone drops, his mentality as far as going after the football has been outstanding. We only had 2 days of practice, and he's been doing a heck of a job. And just the way that he's leading the men as far as defense is impressive.
I agree.
Yep. I think it's Jack Cam. I think it's Campbell at the Mike, and I think and Anzalone definitely at the will. So
Yeah, I agree. It's those two. I think that's what we were expecting to happen last season. We were expecting Anzalone to do his thing and Campbell to come along, and then Campbell to take that over because that's what he got drafted to do. Like he's drafted to be the leader of the defense. Like, so I think it's going to be those two. Who's the third linebacker though?
Derek Barnes and Rodrigo.
I mean,
I'm going with Barnes.
Same here. I mean, you got Maven too.
I'd rather see Reeves Maven play.
Yeah.
I didn't mind Derek Barnes. He wasn't good, but I just think that we've seen the man peak.
I think it's a flip of a coin between the two. Depends on who's better during the time. If Barnes is playing well,
he's a better run stopper.
Yeah,
like he'll be in on run stopping down, but I mean Reeves Maven can cover better.
Okay,
absolutely.
So I guess positional value at the time.
It's just tough to have Derek Barnes out there and him not be a blitzer.
Mm.
Oh, especially after you whipped on Prescott.
Even with that, it's just hard to.
Yeah.
You gonna drop him into coverage?
So I got a question.
He did have a pick, but I'm just saying, like.
So out of the four, Reeves Maven, Campbell, Barnes. Who's the other one? Rodrigo.
Alex Anzalone.
One of them you got to cut. One of them you have to cut.
Well, the linebackers.
I'm saying if you have to cut one of those, which one you picking?
They all making a team, but if I had to pick between all of them, I'd pick Rodrigo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'd pick Derek Barnes, but.
Ooh.
Yeah, I gotta give Barnes the edge just due to the defensive side of the ball. Like especially
just because he made that catch last year.
Special teams wise, Rodrigo is great or whatnot, but I think defensive wise, like who you want on the field on the defensive side of the ball, I'm going with Derek Barnes over Rodrigo.
Mike Rodrigo also giving you a fullback too, though. You can't forget that.
Well, like I said, nobody out of them is getting cut anyways, unless they just fall off.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting everything if it had to happen. You got to think about Rodrigo on the offensive end too, because we ain't re-signed Cabinda, did we?
No, I don't think he's on the roster.
So you got to think about Rodrigo in the fullback position too. I'm just saying.
We do got a comment here from who was that? I don't remember this. Okay, put that comment at the. Can you put it on the screen, Bandit?
Baba Yaga. It's Baba Yaga. It's
Yeah,
Baba Yaga.
that's a new one. I
Them
don't
shoes
think
is raw.
But,
Baba Yaga from John Wick. Baba
but
Yaga.
shit, I don't know nothing about no John Wick. But yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier. I think he is gonna get more looks.
Yeah.
He's gonna get more looks for sure.
He'll probably have more looks by the time he reaches week 4 than he did all of last season. It's very possible.
Which would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, he's thriving.
Yep. Well, they did say that he not granted it's OTAs or whatnot. They did say he who was it? Laporta said that he was freaking flying out there. So and he was catching everything. So it's always a positive.
Hey, that's my breakout player of the year for this year. All right, well, we had another person sipping on the Kool-Aid. We were supposed to have this last week, but I messed up the video. It kind of messed up, so we brought her back this week. RG3 on what his outlook 3 for the Lions. So let's talk about this and we're going to head out.
Catch me outside. How about that? Doesn't apply to the Lions this year because they only play 3 games outdoors the entire season. That's incredible. So everyone's asking me, hey, is this the time for the Lions? Can the Lions finally get over the hump and win the Super Bowl? Can they? You better believe they can. Look at it this way. Jared Goff, the man, comes over from the Rams. He's a cast out. Guess what? He establishes himself as a franchise quarterback, gets paid. Amon-Ra St. Brown has 75 million wide receivers drafted before him, dyes his hair blue. The sun god shows that he is the offensive Swiss Army knife that they absolutely needed there in Detroit. Got paid. Then you got Penei Sewell. He is the enforcer at the line of scrimmage. Got paid. So guess what? Now the Lions have all of these dynamic playmakers on offense. They retooled their entire defense to be able to go out and compete and not just get back to where they were, but actually become better. Now, those guys that have been paid don't have to focus on the money. They can focus on one thing and one thing only, and that's establishing and cementing their legacy in Detroit as Super Bowl champions. Brad Holmes isn't satisfied. Dan Campbell isn't satisfied. And it seems to me like no one in that locker room is satisfied either. They know it's going to be harder to do what they did last year, this year, because no one's going to be surprised by them. But guess what? That's why they come back with a better team, a better secondary, a better defensive line. And oh yeah, their offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, he came back too.
Is America finally getting what we got going on over here? Or is they finally getting what's going on over here? You feel me? Like, first it was Cam Newton, now it's RG3. Is everybody drinking the Kool-Aid?
Sounds like it.
But everything he said was absolutely right. Sky?
Yeah.
My thing about it is, I don't know if everybody is jumping on the bandwagon and seeing it. I think they seen it in the NFC Championship game. I think that what our weaknesses were very loud and fucking clear. And with the offseason and the changes made, what we're doing is loud and fucking clear. So maybe jumping on the bandwagon, or maybe just seeing, what's fucking obvious to everybody that, hey, yeah, everybody else around us got better, but we just made an NFC Championship game, lost to a team in the second half of a game that we shouldn't have fucking lost, and we got better.
Yeah. And we got better in the area that we lost basically the NFC Championship game to. So
especially that.
Yep.
That
We're talking about drop passes and fumbling.
There's one person left from that room.
Just saying, because can't put it on AG.
Oh, it ain't on AG. AG did fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all I want to hear.
I don't think everybody's necessarily on the
That game's
bandwagon.
on 3 things: Dan Campbell, Josh Reynolds, and the DBs. Specifically the corners.
And only how many of them here? 2 from here last year? Vildor and Dorsey?
I mean, if you want to count Dorsey, but yeah, Vildor is really the only one that may see playing time.
Mike, you totally agree, or
maybe
is is America finally seeing what's going on, or they just drinking the Kool-Aid and they're gonna jump off the ship in a little bit?
Yeah, they see what's going on. They've been giving us props. They've been giving us props since that 49ers game. Since the NFC Championship game, man, most of the media has been on board. Some of them were picking well, not some of them. A lot of them were picking the other teams like before the 49ers game, and a lot of them were picking the 49ers. But I think after that 49ers performance,
Still picking the 49ers, Mike.
after they saw how we came out, like everybody's definitely on the Detroit wave.
They still picking the 49ers, Mike.
Jump aboard.
I
We're
don't know.
okay with it. I'm okay with it. Jump aboard. Come on.
Yeah, we'll see who they pick when we get to that game. Like, I mean, you guys keep going. I'm gonna look up something real quick.
I mean, if there's, I mean, what does it matter who they pick during that game? You know who American teams are. and
Is
who's
this,
not.
is this what you're looking for, Mike? When we play San Francisco, December 3rd, it's like the last.
Yeah, I'm looking at the line, see what they got.
December 30th.
December 30th.
Yeah, that's gonna
And shout out
be,
to Tori for the form out. You killed it
that's
with
gonna
this
be a
one.
great game.
Gotta give respect.
Great game.
30.
My thing is, all of our primetime games are good, except for the Seattle game is kind of meh.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's kind of meh.
I mean, like I said, that could be a kind of a trap game in some scenarios. Like we haven't beat them in a while, even though they got the new DC, the new OC, new head coach, yada yada yada, the whole song and dance. But fuck, thank God it's at home.
Last year was at home.
I understand that, but I would not want to play that in Seattle.
And they don't have Pete Carroll no more.
I get that, but it don't matter to me. We haven't proven that we
Kind
can
of
beat
means
them.
a lot. They lost their commander in chief. That's like the Lions without Dan Campbell.
Eh,
They lost their commander in chief, bro. It's not gonna be the same.
you think that? That's my thing.
I think Gino ain't gonna have the confidence or the fucking person that's boosting his confidence like Pete Carroll did. And he's gonna fall off like to the old Gino. And who's their backup quarterback? Thank you. Like I said,
Listen, I understand what you're saying, yo. But my thing is, this is gonna go one of two ways. This is gonna go. They're gonna be decent still, or they're gonna be a top 5 fucking pick.
Yeah.
There's no in
they're
the
gonna be
middle.
a top Sky. I'm telling you, this is what I'm telling you. They're gonna be a top 5 fucking pick.
So they're gonna be
Pete
going.
Carroll-
They're gonna be
without
0-2.
Pete Carroll at the realm. You feel me?
So they're gonna be 0-2 going into us.
Who their first 2 games?
I don't even know.
I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that if I don't know the schedule. I can't just guess that.
Give me a second. I'll look it
Because it
up.
might be teams like
if you're saying they're a bottom 5 team, then
I'm just saying.
Who's the bottom 5 team?
I'm just saying I don't believe with Gino without Pete Carroll.
I actually think the Seahawks has a chance to be pretty decent.
That's like Alex Smith without fucking Jim Harbaugh.
Hey, Alex Smith looked good
they
with
play Denver and then New England.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
And
might.
Miami, and then Miami.
Okay,
They're gonna
Denver-
be 3-0. So they're gonna be.
Denver's rebuilding in New England has no idea they to do without fucking goddamn.
No, those
What?
are two
No.
bad, those are two bad fucking.
They might become what it might be 1-1.
I know, but then they play Miami, and then us.
We're talking. You said before they play Detroit, not after that, and they're gonna lose to Miami.
No, they play play us week 4. So Denver,
They
play
be
Denver.
they be
play Denver.
1-2, bro. When they play us.
Yeah, that's gonna If that's the case, we might go in Monday night and beat the fuck out of them. But
Yeah,
it's still Seattle at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
here we go. You know,
They don't have Diggs no more.
fuck the Browns.
I'm just saying they don't have Pete Carroll no more. They don't, bro. It's not the same fucking. Excuse me, not the same fucking team.
I mean, they still have some pieces. They still have Lockett. They still have fucking Metcalf.
Yeah.
Still have Gino, which he may not even be the starter. Who knows?
Exactly.
They still have some pieces, bro.
Yeah.
And it's still Seattle. We still got.
You think they got the pieces to come in here to beat this Detroit team? This Detroit team
I don't
with
know.
the revenge secondary and everything else.
Last year, I didn't think they would beat us.
You believe in that's after you see that's before you seen what Cam Sutton was, and that's before we seen what Jerry Jacobs was.
Yeah, but even with those guys, I didn't see him beating us. But like I said, if they go in 1-2 coming into Detroit, well, because I think we're going to be probably 2-1 or 3-0 going into them. Chris getting some love. Fuck the Browns.
Stop it, bro.
So that's just me, bro.
I know Neil liked that comment. He put Deshaun Watson in his top 10 quarterbacks, I think.
Bro, here you go, bro. Listen, only reason why I put Deshaun Watson in the top 10 because I'm never gonna put a Packers fan there, a Packers quarterback there, and it's Deshaun Watson. Look what all he's been through. They had 21 people, 21 experts.
Hey, you're a fan of a good massage.
Hey.
He said, "Oh, Deshaun Watson, look through all he's been through. That's crazy."
Hey,
you and your Taylor Swift jersey on.
Yeah, I got the Taylor Swift jersey on. You feel me? I told you I'm a Swiftie for real. You feel me? I'm a Swiftie. You feel me? I'm a Swiftie. You feel me? Taylor Swift. I believe in you.
In Taylor Swift, we trust.
You feel me? On my mama. Like we don't play with the Swifties.
Shout out Sexy Red for the album.
Sky, your last thoughts before we head out of here, man.
Oh shit. On to the next one, training camp. Let's get to that.
Yeah.
And we'll see what's next. One thing I want to say, dude, I am so fucking happy still that Goff got paid. That's the last thing I want to say about it, but I'm so happy he got paid. So we can stop talking about that shit and he can focus on winning fucking football games and Super Bowls for us.
Absolutely, 100%, Sky. I agree with you.
Fuck, man.
That was a broken freaking record I was tired of hearing.
So bad, Chris. So fucking bad.
Yeah.
Besides that, everybody, man, have a fucking good Friday night, rest of your Friday night. Chillax, do what you're doing, smoke a blunt, have a little drink, whatever you're doing, do it well, and give us a fucking follow on fucking YouTube, damn it. And on our Twitter page, please. I love y'all. I know y'all love the show. Y'all come back every fucking week or every show. So
it was a turnaround, bro.
If you want Neil to stop eating his mic and have a better mic where he doesn't have to do that,
bro, it's the goddamn.
Look, see
First of all,
what I fucking
I
mean?
bumped it when I had to go to the bathroom, and that's why it cut me off, and it happened like that. So you ain't gotta put me out there like that, Sky. You could just skipped over it. But it's cool. And I had to go pee. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, you gonna want to see me run into the goddamn bathroom? I mean, I cut the mic off and I rumbled this bitch a little bit. My bad.
Listen, we had a crazy spin tonight in his shit in that fucking chair. Listen, if you want Neil to get a new chair, look at that thing, man. Look at
oh
that.
my God, that's a dime. That is a $1 bin chair.
And first of all, Chris, this lasted 3 summers outside, and I just brought it in the house. So he's trying to come in here and play with me on my goddamn chair.
Listen, I'm not saying it's not true.
I'm not families over here for real. It lasted 3 summers.
Water, rain, and everything. Sit in the chair unless it costs $3,000.
Man, you feel me, bro? Trying to play with me, bro. Dang.
Yeah, all proceedings go to
started from the bottom here.
I guess. Step 1, get Neil a new chair.
Yeah.
2, fuck, man. So it's like
his Venmo be in the comments.
But yeah, no, we appreciate everybody stopping in for real. Thanks a lot. Really, we really appreciate it. We know you're following just for Chris. We know. We fucking know. So we know why you're here.
All the proceeds go to Chris so we can go to that Red Wings game.
Ooh.
Hey,
Mike.
Somebody else.
Go ahead, Mike.
Great.
Let them know they can find you at Mike.
Y'all can find me on Twitter at @1prime_JR.
Hey, Chris Loverboy, I know she know where to find you at, but let people know where they can find you at.
Okay.
Chris, you in heaven, ain't you?
On Twitter, you can find me at Crazy Hockey Fan.
There we go.
Yeah. I appreciate everybody coming out here, man.
Friday night down in you know where.
You can also find me and Mike on Tuesdays for our Detroit Tigers segment that we do. It's at 8 o'clock.
You remember what your show is called?
Yep.
You know somebody that'll be there.
Yeah. It's called the Central Crown.
Okay.
So you got to follow.
Right.
So keep following.
Under the whales? Just kidding.
Under the whales. Where is Corey anyway?
We need a vote in the chat here and on Twitter. Under the Whales, is that a good show name?
That is absolutely not a good
for
show.
baseball.
God, it's
Detroit.
It's so terrible.
Why you gonna do my girl Tori like that for real? Like what?
Hey, like she said, it's cute, but it's not a freaking Tigers baseball show name. Sorry, can't do that.
Scott, let them know about LFR on Wednesdays.
Oh no, yeah, we also got the show on Wednesdays in LFR along with this one. We got a show pretty much every week. I'm gonna say this: look at our schedules, look at our pin tweets. We literally have shows every week for you guys on some kind of sports, except for like maybe one day. So give us a follow. We appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Fuck Neil, and let's get out of here.
I do.
And it's dinosaur care.
You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, you Chicago fan. Look at him. Look at him.
Taylor Swift, baby.
Ready to be a Chicago fan.
You got me, bro. You got me. Don't try to play me like that. Like I'm branded, bro, for life, bro. Don't right here on my arm. Never change. You feel me? Hold up, Paul.
That's one of those stick-on ones.
I was gonna say that's gonna rub off in a couple of days.
That rubs off, bro. Don't lie. That's a really good one. That's an adult one.
That's messed up, bro. That's you try to play
days.
like for real. Damn. What that said, man? We're gonna get out of here, man. My whole goddamn life has just been changed right now. But as a Detroit Family Report, we out. Got for real trying to play me like I ain't like I got pretty strict, like real. I was made for this, bro. Trying to play me like messed up, yeah. Damn.